Welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in the nation, and some may say the world. Today, I have James and Dan. The boys
Hello.
are back. Look, ready to rip and tear again. Dan, mate, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Dragons had a win on the weekend.
I can see you're in a Dragons jersey.
Yes. I've worn the Dragons jersey today for the audio listeners. We had a family friend's birthday party on the weekend, so we had a few beverages,
We did.
few pizzas, pizza van there, and watched Para lose.
Yeah, that was always good to see that happen.
Yeah.
James, speaking of Para, how are you going, mate?
Look, even when the refs do all that and technically we lose the game, we actually won this week. If we lost against the bye because we went down to last place, this week we lost and actually moved up in the ladder. So this is a win for Parramatta this week. I'm taking it as that, so I'm actually quite happy.
Yeah, I mean, Tigers must really suck. Really suck to get you guys off the bottom of the ladder.
Speaking of the ladder, one thing I forgot to mention: Dragons are in the 8.
You are in the 8. Shano has got his foreign.
Maybe not after this. Roosters.
Well, was that 2 weeks in a row of good footy, or?
No, we had the bye then 1 week,
Yeah.
So we've-
technically 2 weeks.
so we're gonna get humped by the Roosters.
Yeah. Anyways, how am I going, guys? Well, I'm glad
Nobody-
you are.
Nobody else.
Brandon, how are you?
No, thank you. I'm
No one
pretty
cares.
good. Ugh. Fuck. Okay. Well, accountability. Look, there's a lot of questions about the Sharks at the moment, but I want you all to know that I will answer them soon. I do have a Sharks 13 plus jumper on, so get ready for that. Anyways, yeah, accountability. We spoke about it, but now again, guys,
We suck.
you suck. You suck. I suck. Lucas, wherever he is, he sucks. Look, Lucas wants to claim. He lays claim to his horse being held back,
Yeah.
which is, maybe if you see the video, maybe, I think it was AI. I don't know. There was a short, like holding the horse's reins while the gates had opened, which is
Yeah.
pretty fucked.
Made
to be
it
fair.
miss the jump quite obviously because it
Yeah.
was being held by someone. But what did it get to, third or something?
Yeah, I believe it got the it was either place or fourth. Like it came back flying
Good effort.
home. But look, any excuse for Lucas to lose, you know. I'll take it. Yeah, Dan, you had to change your multi, still didn't get it. I think
I got one leg, Tyrell Sloan.
you picked the drag. You should have just went Dragons to win. Tyrell Sloan.
Yeah.
Damn. James, you had a horse.
Yeah, had a horse. Didn't run too well at all, to be honest. If you remember correctly, I started as favourite at the start of that day, and part of the fun of punting at that time, you don't see what the punters know, and the punters knew that this thing called something bear was gonna win this race. It came in from $6.40 at the start of the day, all the way down to $2.80, and stormed home. It was it was a good one for the punters, not for me.
Yep.
Would you say his horse had a mare?
Yeah.
Crickets, literal crickets.
I'll go back to the drawing board.
For me, I think I had Sivo, Marzu crossed, Sivo. Had the fucking opportunities, had plenty of
He
opportunities.
passed one back inside that was put down by Russell that wasn't looked at.
Oh, yeah. Look, me and like probably thousands of punters also had CFO, so unfortunate. But look, we promise. I believe we promised last week.
Yeah,
but
we did.
We pinky promise.
Yeah,
we
pinky
didn't
promise.
promise. You promised.
Pinky promise. We'll get your win.
Okay.
We'll get your win.
Roosters 30
Man, we really
plus.
had a real sweet patch there when me and you were winning.
Yeah. Look,
We've
backs
forgotten
were
what
getting
it's
a bit
like.
sore, but you know, yeah, nah. Is what it is. Is what it is. Now we get to the best part of the podcast brought to us by you, the listener questions. Actually, hold on a second, lads. Before the listener questions, we're gonna have a new segment.
Whoa.
It's called Nico Hynes. I have about 6 questions from you guys at home about Nico Hynes. So we're just going to listen to questions to come after. It'll be Nico Hynes segment. Okay, so we'll start off with Moe's question. He asked, is Nico Hynes a choker? Thoughts, lads? I'm just going to go through all the questions, then we'll answer because they're all very similar. Next one's from Matt. Do you lads reckon Nico should contact Pilot Health? Boy, when it gets hard, he doesn't perform. Laughing emoji. Skull emoji. Mr. Nico, next one's from Oak, sorry. Mr. Nico Hynes himself missing from 15 feet out. Eyes emoji. Not really a question, just really, just really shitting on Nico. Next one is from Lucas. He says, is it becoming clearer to you guys that Nicholas Hynes is overrated and can't perform when it matters? Lucas also goes again. He then says, do you feel Nicholas Hynes is a mental midget, and what could he do to better himself, his team? That is all. Look, you guys really like to hammer down on Nico. Poor bloke. Like, he's, 2 games? I'll give my excuses soon, but I'll let you guys go first. James, mate, got anything to add to their
so there was a lot of good points there. For Matt, I remember the Sharks did have a sponsor deal with Pilot. So I reckon, they could get back in touch, and you're right. There could be a really good one about him, performing on the night. Let's see what else. 15 feet out. Oaksy, I'm disappointed. We're a meters guy here.
Fuck you, English.
Lucas, how can he better himself? Look, I really think I'll use the words mental midget. Yeah, right now he is playing a bit like that. But look, he just has to get lucky. One of these kicks finally has to go over, doesn't it? Like,
real. The mental midget. That's rough.
I was just repeating what Lucas said.
Yeah. Is Nico Hynes a choker from Moe?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, you'll answer some of those questions.
I'll answer all of them with one word.
Yeah.
In one word. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now I'll fire back. Look, Nico Hynes over the last 2 weeks has. I like the drawing both. Oh, James wins. James wins. You got rock over.
Almost spoke into my drink for a second.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be more entertaining than what the fuck he's about to say.
Listen. Buckle in. Over the last 2 weeks, he has came up with some, how would we say this, choking moments. Nicholas the Choker, some are calling him, Lucas mainly.
Maybe our whole group chat.
But look, he has previously, other years, won us games. I would also like to put out the statement that Sharks' starts to the last couple games have been woeful. 22 points to 0, 12-0. This game we outscored, like, tries-wise, so we're still playing good football. It's just those icing moments. And at the moment, his confidence has been rocked. There's no question about that. And look, it'll come back after we bully some flat tracks. And then by the end of the comp, he saves his clutch moments for the grand final, lads. That's what he's saving it for. Fitzy has said, mate, hold off on all these clutch moments that we know you can produce. Leave it to the grand final. And that's pretty much what I'm thinking he's done.
You would have to say it's concerning after the last 2 years semi-finals that went down to 1 point, and then
concerning, but
that's not even a huge knock on him. I just don't think he's currently the man for you guys. I don't know whether Trindle has to step up or what.
That's also what I'm thinking. Like, sure,
it's like we're not giving the ball to Dylan Brown. We're going to Moses, but he's our man.
That's it.
You know who your man should be? The man with a plan. Dan Atkinson.
And he's playing wing this week. So,
sorry, what?
Well, you can hit him back.
Bring him in from wing like they bring a Sarko.
Yeah, Dragons get Lomax. Dolphins get a Sarko. You guys can get Atkinson.
Clutch Atkinson out on the wing.
Oh, yeah, because Katoa's out, eh?
Yeah. And Stone Street got injured in New South Wales Cup the week before, which is rough. What other should I answer out of this? Nico Hynes choker. I think I already said that.
You know what's
Pilot
crazy?
health.
I just said like the 2 semi-finals in a row. 2 years back against the Cowboys, he hit one first.
Hmm.
And then
Look.
since then, I don't know whether.
Wait, in his Dally M, he beat you guys by a goal.
Yeah, good point. That was to win it with the siren.
Another one, he got a field goal against Souths in his Dally M year. Like, he's clutched, but at the moment, the last 2 weeks, doesn't look good piling onto Origin.
Yeah.
So the confidence real low at the moment. Mental midget's rough. That's
Look, I think that is quite harsh, but it is a descriptive way that half fits at least.
Look, let me put it down this way. The Bulldogs game, obviously, we lost by the 1. Burton had 3 shots, and his one shot that did fucking go in, it bounced off the post. It could have fucking bounced back.
Yeah.
You calling him a fucking choker for missing 2 and then getting a fern?
I mean, his were fucking 2 absolute screamers.
Yeah, look, he got him off the ground pretty well from like 40 meters out.
Yeah.
But backing Nico here, he also had Reed Marty massive, like, he's scary bloke. He's rushing out of the line at Nico. So like, oh shit, oh, I just missed, but yeah, I don't know. And also, like, Nico was intimidated by Marnie early in the game, so like he probably threatened him. He probably
that almost goes more towards the mental midget.
No, like he threatened like stab or something. I'm not saying any, like, allegedly, obviously Bulldogs fans, but yeah, look, I've defended him enough, and that's all for Nico Hynes segment, guys.
Is that the title of the episode? Just Nicholas Hynes?
Yeah, it might be.
And Brandon sitting there in the middle of thumbnail joking.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Fuck. But look, hopefully we bring that segment back next week, so that'd be good.
Boys, if you have any more Nico Hynes questions, send them in.
But so the worst thing that could happen is if he just barely does anything, but you still win. Because if Tigers beat you, then obviously there's going to be Tigers.
Titans.
Titans.
Tigers. Nah.
Well, either way, if they beat you, then obviously everyone's going to be bagging out Nico whether he has a good game or bad game. And if you win and he goes well, then we're going to have to listen to Brandon say, look at him, he's clutch, I swear.
What pisses me off is that Toby Rudolph probably lost us that game. But
he was pretty poor in his first stint.
Yeah, a lot of penalties. Also, fuck. Well, actually, we'll go into the footy later. I don't want to buckle down on the game too much because wait for that later. Okay, that's the end of that segment. Now, the best part of the podcast brought to us by you, the listener questions.
Woo.
Okay, now we got one from Ken. He asks, Dan, what's your thoughts on the rebirth of RFM, Raymond Fatala Mariner, at the Dragons this year, Dan?
Man, he's been killing it. I think he's played every game, whether it be starting or off the bench. But I'm loving it. I didn't think it was a good signing at first. Because, like, he was a bit lazy, a bit rough around the edges for fucking doggies last year. But this year he seems to be fucking firing under Flano and fucking scored a try on the weekend. So, can't be happier with it.
Yeah. I think, he's really played himself into that, starting jersey or just that jersey.
The fact that he's fighting
general.
for a starting jersey when they've got the second row that they do of Sewer and... what's the guy that came back from the Cowboys?
Luciano.
Luciano.
He's been off the bench the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He definitely, look, he was a captain for a reason, even if it was at the last place Bulldogs. But he's definitely a good pickup, and lately he's been playing like a house on fire. Now, next question is again from Ken, and this one's a great question, honestly. Okay, who's hotter, Reece Walsh, Kalen Ponga, or Simon Habener? Now, look, this is a new person to the law of the couch commentators for the fans. He is an Australian player we played with, a mate. I actually played Ecuador with him, so fellow Ecuadorian.
I heard he has more spirit.
He does. He has a tattoo, like, for picture, for reference, he has tattoo like arm sleeve,
clean shaved head,
leg sleeves. So he's tatted up. And look, women like tats, let me tell you. Look, Dan's got his. But lads, I want to ask you who's hotter. Ken has asked that. James, who you picking?
Look, I'm Ponga.
Ponga, you're locking in Ponga. Okay,
Yeah.
Dan, mate, who you picking?
Look, mate, as I said, Simon's got the tats. Reese has got the eyes. I don't know what Kalen's got.
Kalen's got the tats.
Kalen's got all these weird tattoos though, like the
Oh.
weird like tattoos everywhere, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But I can't get over the eyes, man.
He's gone Reese. Okay.
I can't stop staring into those eyes.
Well, I'm gonna go Simon Havener.
I don't think there was a wrong answer.
Oh yeah, they're all like equally as hot,
Yeah.
obviously. So, yeah. Look, good question, great question. Next one is from Moe. I almost said it was from Oaks because it's about Oaks. Do you see the Dogs making the top 8 with 10 weeks to play? Luke Oaks is a cat. Meow. Dan, do you see the Dogs making the 8?
Look, they're definitely a chance at making the 8. Whether the teams below them start firing, like the Broncos, for say, they're out of the 8 at the moment. But I think they could definitely be sitting there after the next 10 weeks.
10 weeks, yeah.
And also, he's not a cat; he's a dog because he's a dog supporter.
James.
Look, Dogs fans should be happy. I reckon they should even get excited because if they don't make the 8 by the end of this year, that would make them some of the biggest chokers in history. So, like, they have to make the 8 right now. Like, they're such a good defensive team. They're winning these tough games. So, geez, it would suck to be a fan and they didn't make the 8 this year.
And they're beating top 4 sides. Like,
Yeah.
Beat the chokers.
yeah, they beat Nico.
Yeah. For me, I think they will make it. Just as they've said, defense, they're already up there in points wise. But I think they're going to get fucking steamrolled by whatever teams are in the finals. They barely beat us. Like, as I said, we've scored more tries. They had I'll get into the penalties later, but fuck me, they got everything. Barely beat Para.
We're last. Well, second last.
Yeah. Against those big teams like Roosters, fucking shut them out to 1 try. I think against the Storm, Penrith, they're going to get fucking pounded. But yeah.
Yeah, it'll just be interesting. Like, you see with a lot of teams, they struggle to take the next step. Like, I think the Sharks and Cowboys 2 years ago was a good example of that. Very good year all year, top 4, but taking the step to elevate in the finals, wasn't there?
Cowboys have really gone good since
since then. Yep.
their time in
They look like they're almost they're in the 8 now. They've got a pretty hard run, but they could make the 8 playing some horrible footy.
They could, just like us. We're pretty much guaranteed. Okay, next question. This one is by Maddie C, I believe. Yes. If Dan was any professional NRL player, who do you think he would be? Question mark. For me, Blake Laurie. Clown emoji. Shit emoji. James, who do you think Dan would be? You can go past or present.
I always saw him as a bit of a like Ofi Khan Pereira.
Yeah.
Just lightning quick. You
He's
give him the ball with
rapid.
any space, he'll score a try. Yeah, that's how I view him.
For me, I'm thinking big boys. I'm thinking like your Sam Cassianos, your David Taylors, maybe a gorgeous George Rose. Because Dan's got that beard going at the moment, that gorgeous George Rose beard. So I'm gonna go that. Dan, who you picking?
You took my fucking answer.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I look like a gorgeous Georgie Rose.
Yeah.
And I was like a gorgeous Georgie Rose in my time, you know.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
a beast on the field. Well, you can take that, mate. You can take that. Oh,
And for Matty C's answer there, that's a bit of a low blow. Like, I mean, Blake Laurie's still playing professional NRL, and if I was playing professional NRL, I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing with your life, mate? Fuck you."
Pop that.
Top that.
Top that if he was Blake Laurie.
And
What player do you think Matt would be?
Read Marnie.
Yeah.
Alex
Lock that
McKinnon.
in. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Cut. Cut. Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, God. I would have said, like, Paul Kent, who played, like, 2 games.
What, you want to wrap Matty's hair out of tree as well?
Yeah. Okay, we move.
Can I just say, someone that's not an NRL player but has played sport, Jonah Lomu.
Donut
Because remember when I played wing, everyone used to call me Jonah Lomu.
Yeah, you with like a fingernail of the talent.
Very true. Very true. Okay. Next question from Matt again. He asks, what is the best sledge you have ever heard at the footy, NRL or park footy? Anyone got one that comes to
Yeah.
I heard a TikTok, and look, this is a scary word. It's from an AFL game. But it was so there was this ref on a podcast, and he's saying, like, he got asked this question, and he goes, so Buddy Franklin, right, legend of the game, big, strong. Anyway, he has this guy jostling up against him, and he yells the ref's name, and he goes, what? He goes, well, I know your name, but I've got no idea who this guy is.
That's fucking gold.
Yeah.
I've got one. So I was at a Dragons Manly game at Wynn Stadium. Dragons are up 22-0 or whatever it was. And I've yelled a sledge out to Dylan Walker. I can't remember what it was, but it was something to do with like his past and all that shit. And then some Manly fan behind me goes, yeah, and your gym membership obviously didn't work. And I'm like, mate, just look at the fucking scoreboard.
Yeah.
So obviously he was just saying I was fat cunt. And...
Yeah. That's fair. Me, I mean, I haven't heard it personally, but I mean, like, the best sledge is got to be hands down. Thurston, where's your Queensland spirit now, Thurston? I would say that.
Quick note of Willie Mason,
Oh yeah,
mic'd up, asking,
where's your
where's your
forward?
forwards
Was
at?
that against the Dragons?
Yeah, where's all your front rowers?
Where's your front rowers? That's a good one.
Yeah, that was one. That was good.
But
That's
yeah,
classic.
I would actually love to hear your best ones that you've heard, or yeah, just chuck them in the comments, or send them to Dan. Just DM Dan.
Damn, Dan.
Okay. Next question. What is a song or band you absolutely vibe to as a teenager? Me, Simple Plan, Addicted. And that was from Matt James.
Oh, straight off the bat, fuck. David Bowie, Queen, Under Pressure.
Under Pressure.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun,
Also,
dun.
Nico's least favorite song,
Ah,
but
Dan, mate.
I'll go with the same band that James just said. I'll go Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody.
All right. Nice. Okay, well, I was thinking, like, my first album I ever had was bloody Black Eyed Peas, but I'd probably go to, our dad really loved rock music, so like a Metallica, maybe like a Master of Puppets.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. That's a vibe, because I'm pulling your strings, guys. Okay, beautiful, great question. Now, this one is Oaks has asked, talk to me about Bulldogs versus Sharks. Yeah, I guess we can just fucking go into. I'm gonna fire up.
Oh god.
Penalties 8-4, 6 again. Ruck infringements 4-1. Bulldogs got fucking blessed. Kissed on the dick by Gerard Sutton, my fucking personal fucking favorite referee. Gerard Sutton. Look, the 2 points that got them to even to golden point that got them the win, they had 2 set restarts in that set on 5th tackle. So they had 10 plays to the penalty, which was another on the 5th tackle when they put the kick through Toby Rudolph. It was a penalty. I'm not taking that away. But the set restarts were for fuck all. One was on kick out, and I still have no idea what it was for. But look, kissed on the dick for the game, and then you won by 1 fucking point, and you just got outscored. The one try you did get was Marnie was good. The other one was a kick where Rudolph again fucked up and ran into Trindle, and then they both collided. The ball goes through, Kicker puts it down. I'm like, fuck. But yeah, that's for the game.
Different team, voila.
Different team. Dogs are good. I don't know. You just fuck shit. Versus again. 25, what was it? 25 to fucking 6 or something. We beat you the first time. Would have been the same if it wasn't Gerard Sutton there.
Guaranteed to make the 8, Oaksy. Buy your finals tickets.
Yeah, buy the grand final ticket right now. That way I can fucking buy it off you for cheap.
I was about to say, Oaksy, I've still got one from round 2 if you want it.
Yeah.
Round 1 it was, actually.
No, great stuff. Thank you, all the list. Oh my God, there's more.
Jesus Christ.
Lucas has
Fuck
asked,
me.
do you guys see the Sharks going out early again in the finals? Should Fitzgibbon be questioned? Jam.
Unless they turned it around, yes. Like their form season probably dropping out of the top 4. Oh, but they've got an easy run. So if they can stick top 4, probably out in 2. And then if they were in the bottom 4 of it, just depends on who they verse. Like I think, like most years, there's going to be 3 to 4 teams that can win it, and unless they can turn it around, I don't see it being them.
Dan.
Oh, look. In previous years, obviously the Sharks have gone out in quick succession.
I've
And
heard this. I really don't hear this too often.
Really?
News to me, yeah.
And I think if Manly are in the finals, then you're fucked. But you just don't meet Manly in finals, as your dad reminds you week in, week out.
Again, really don't hear this too often.
But I think if the form progresses, they can get back into winning ways and start bullying teams again. Maybe they might make it to the 3rd week of the finals.
Ooh,
maybe, you never know.
to that.
We'll see when September gets here.
I can see that happening. Get top 4, lose round 1, win round 2.
That's what I can also see happening. Is it just depends on who we verse.
Yeah.
So if we're coming up against Penrith the first round, probably not going to win. That's okay. Then we come up against the fucking shitty ass Bulldogs. Boom, pump them. Flip that for if we lose. If
it happens and if you lose, bam, done.
That's big. 10 weeks is a long way away. Ask me again right before the finals, and give you a more in depth of how they'll crumble. But
as for Fitzgibbon, what he's done with the team, I think it's pretty good. Like before, we're outside the 8, and then now top 4 the first year he coached. Second year, I think we dropped to 5th, and then right now we're on track to top 4 again. For a roster that is not that experienced, we've had 4 or 5 100-game players this year, get to their 100th game. So we're pretty young. Harv, that's only been there now for 3 years, which isn't clutching up at the moment.
Only played half for 3 years.
Yeah. So all in all, I think, and in a halves combination as well, they've only been together for a full, not even a full year this year because they have had interrupted moments as well. But I think we're building. So
yeah, I wouldn't be going after his head. He's had 2 full seasons, made the finals twice, took over a team that was decent but not great. He's addressed one of your main problems, which is a front row not being that classy level or the explosive. He's brought in Noah Blake, so he's obviously got draw power. Not everyone can be Penrith.
Yeah, and just be that good, even though they bring a new player in. They're good again.
So one player, bring one player in, they just exceed.
They exceed. Or you could be the Roosters and have to buy seasoned professionals to try and do any good.
Just buy a sombrero.
Yes. Okay. Next question again. Lucas has asked, with another Tigers L, does it seem 1 step forward, 2 steps back? Or do you see genuine progression? Dan.
Look, it was the Titans. Who was the other team they beat? Raiders. against the Titans and Raiders. They played well.
Back-to-back wins.
They looked good. Scored 50 points in one of the games. So it was looking good until they versed the Roosters this week, which I do say it's one step forward, two steps back. But I do see progression. Having Dewey back, having Caesar there. Next year they'll get Luai. So hopefully, the Tigers do get somewhere, but hopefully it's still 17th.
Very well said, James.
I think there's progression, even if it's not actual playing or the scores that are put on them or anything. But you've got like in previous years, even when you've been having bad years, you're still using like old players and players that are never going to be in the future of the club, or if they are, it's short term. Now you're seeing 18-year-olds come in, doing pretty good, getting a couple of wins. You got players like Dream Buller that started the year slow, starting to find form again. Next year you get Luai and Taruva. It's tracking in the right direction. If you just lose Stefano, that's going to really hurt. But there is a lot of young forwards coming through that are doing good things.
Like Siani Fanu.
Yes, yeah.
Samuela Fanu, sorry.
Pole.
Yeah, Junior Pole.
Yeah, like it's going in the right direction. I just don't have a time frame for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also have a rookie coach, which first year of coaching, genuinely coaching. I see where you guys are progressing is previous years. You're not beating these like lower grade teams. You're still you're barely getting wins at all. So like the fact that you are beating these teams, yes, you went up against the Roosters and got pumped, but they're a top 4 team. They're up the top of the table for a reason.
Yeah.
Where you're versing your Raiders, your Titans, and you grinded out the win against the Titans. You pumped the Raiders. I mean, as James said, the youth that's coming through is definitely progressing for the future. Look, stay patient, Tigers fans.
Let me read out this backline for you next year. Like Dream Buller at the back, Truver at 2, the other winger, possibly that Leachy.
Yeah.
Centers of Dewey and Olam, 6 Galvin, 7 Luai.
Like that's a good 1 to 7. Like
pretty defensive centers. But
yeah.
As much as I say Luai, all he does is step, he'll definitely bring that aura, that confidence, I've won 4 comps because he'll win again this year. Look, and he's a New South Wales rep. He's beating grand finals. He'll bring that to the team. He might be more of the coach than Benji will be, but I don't know.
And he's also international player as well. Like.
Yeah, done well for Samoa as well. Got them into that World Cup final. But look, stay patient, Tigers fans, because there's definitely progression, Lucas. So hope you're happy with that.
And Benji was definitely thrown in the deep end. Like.
Yeah.
Had shit team. And he's starting to turn it around.
But by God, that felt disgusting. Imagine talking honest and openly about the Tigers.
Yeah.
Tigers,
the
cat.
Oh, fuck.
Last place. Meow, meow, meow.
I actually feel like I'm going to throw up. Like,
can you see the gap between Power and the Tigers?
Yeah. I can't hear you from down there.
Yeah. Us top 8 teams.
Top 8. Top 8's great, mate. Oh. Okay, now we have a speak pipe. We do have an audio listener question.
Nice and short one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think this is going to be much of a question.
Yeah,
I think it's more of a statement, maybe.
Let's see. It's from Aiden Earl's most loyal customer. Let's see what they have to say.
Fuck you, Leachy.
Oh, well, again.
I thought he was quite positive in a lot of his listener questions, so it's good to see him come back negative.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Aiden Earl's most loyal customer. Weird that he brings up me.
Sounds like another fan, but I can't.
Yeah.
It sounds like Dan's number 1 fan.
Yeah. And maybe Minto Ostag's finest. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you to all my fans because I just
that's why he does it.
That's why I do it. That's why I do it. Well, the rewarding, the comments for you guys. Okay, that's all for the listener questions.
That was just a straight up fuck you, Leachy.
Yeah,
that was beautiful.
Thank you. And now we got something, actually a real new segment. I know we had Nico Hynes segment. But we have Hynes Spaghetti segment. We have Spaghetti Test. We asked last week, Ken, sounds awfully similar to the last question.
Pipe, yeah.
He's asked what tastes better, Hynes or SPC spaghetti. all of us in saying we haven't had both of them before. Guess what he's done? He sent us spaghetti. He sent us
To
cans.
prove it,
We
there's
got
Hynes.
Hynes spaghetti, and he sent us
and there's SPC.
SBC. And now we're going to do a taste test live on the podcast.
Taste test review.
Look, if you want to skip a further ahead and you don't like hearing a bit of slop, then
Schlurp.
feel free. I'll cut to I'll give you the time frame of where to cut to. But let's get into this. Let's dig in, lads. Let's fire up. All right. So we got the Hynes first up. Look, it says it's no artificial colors. That's always good. Tomato squeeze into every serving. Yeah,
Contributes to your 5+ a day.
Okay, I'm keen to get some Hynes into me because I'm a big fan of Nico. So, hopefully, yeah. Okay, hopefully this clutches up.
Yep.
All right.
We're going deep.
All right. Smell test. Smells pretty good. Taste test. All right, lads.
These spaghetti things look disgusting to me.
Look, I'm a Hynes person, so like I'm used to Hynes. And I'm not gonna lie, it tastes pretty good.
I don't mind it.
It may be the fact I haven't eaten anything. I'm speaking into the fucking. maybe the fact that I haven't eaten anything all day that it tastes pretty good, but I'm going in for seconds.
He's going in for seconds, James.
Oh, look, I don't like it. I don't know whether it's the liquidy, it's almost watery sauce, the texture, the smell, everything about it. Just I gagged. I know it doesn't even taste that bad though. That's the worst part.
Gagging.
Yeah, but I didn't like the taste, but it doesn't taste bad enough for a gag, but I still got a gag.
And usually, you heat it up. So like we're eating it cold. So like,
look, yeah, I think the only question, I would say is I wouldn't mind it heated up. Other than that, it wasn't too bad. I'll give my final taste test on the review of the SBC, so we'll see which one's better. Let's go.
Straight away, I'm saying the sauce looks a little bit more saucy in this one.
Shake test. It doesn't move around as much.
Ooh, the shake test is true. It's not moving.
Like, let me just grab the
Smell
Hynes
test?
again. Like the Hynes, it moves around a lot. Like,
Just a thicker sauce, I would imagine.
and there is cheese in this one.
Oh, so it's a tomato and cheese mix. This one, 99% fat free, so low in sugar, guys. It's a healthy spaghetti. Okay, let's have.
I don't want to do this, man.
taste.
I don't want to do this.
James is bitching it.
All right,
Oh, this sauce is actually
Get a bucket.
lot
going in
thicker.
again.
Oh. I think I got enough.
Yeah, I really just don't like it. I don't know what's wrong with me. For me, both of them are disgusting, Brandon. But you guys are like, Dan likes it. Brandon's at least average on it.
Yeah, I'm coming around to it. Okay, Dan. James is obviously a piss weak. Sorry, Ken, you spent some hard-earned money on that can, and James is just spat in your face, pretty much.
Had like some of the smallest bites you'll see as well, but
Yeah.
it's still.
Gagged in your face. Dan, mate, your review.
Well, the SPC was definitely a bit more thicker and different taste between the two, obviously.
Yeah.
The one I liked the most, I'd have to stick with my Hynes, honestly.
Heinzman.
Yeah.
Heinzman.
Not Nico Hynes. Hynes spaghetti. I said that last week.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, like the SPC is nice.
Mm.
I'll definitely be having that again one day.
Yeah. Okay.
That's-
My review. I've had both, and I think I am a SB seaman. A seaman. I don't know. I liked the bit of cheese. You could kind of taste the cheesy taste as well to it. thicker sauce. Those guys are saying. I think the sauce of the Hynes was, I don't know, different. It just
I think
weirdly.
it's more of a SBC has a more pasta than salt ratio.
That's
the
what I was thinking
Hynes
as
as
well.
well.
Yeah, more pastery. Kind of reminds me of like a mac and cheese kind of. I don't know.
Consistency.
Because of the cheese, and the pasta.
Yeah.
So I like SBC. I'm an SBC man. He's a Heinzman. And James.
I'm a Domio. Cook it up. Beautiful.
Spaghetti bolognese in a
Yeah.
cooked on a stove.
Yeah.
All right. Now, me and Dan are going to finish our cans and we'll be right back. Good stuff, lads. We've definitely got food critics in our future, I believe. So if you got any more stuff you want us to review,
I'm in a food coma after eating all that spaghetti.
send it our way.
And it turns out my spaghetti taste is as weak as my Parramatta Eels defense is.
Oh shit!
Turnstiles. Okay. Now we've got the spaghetti out of the way. NRL talk, lads. Okay, we go into who impressed us, and I will go to Dan, mate. Who impressed you?
I can go with the obvious answer: the Dragons.
It would surprise me if you picked another team.
Like, considering the first time we versed Dolphins this year, we got beat 38-0. Come out and have that performance in the second half. We played well defensively in the first half, but the whole game, I would say, yeah, we came out and played well. Our forwards were good. Jaden Sewer, I fall in love with him more and more each week. Honestly, he's just that great. Raven Fatila-Mariner, as I said earlier, he's playing well, and fucking Tyrell Sloan. The whole team, honestly.
The whole team. King Kyle.
Kyle Flanagan for Origin, Kyle Flanagan for Australia, Kyle Flanagan to verse the aliens that come in 2072.
Okay. Fucking look forward to that in 2072. James, who impressed you?
Look, I've got a bit of an odd one. Who impressed me are the coaches, Bennett and Trent Robinson, for calling out how fucking shit the game's refs are and how bad the state of it is, where they're just dictating who wins games with horrible sin bins, send-offs, and the 6 again rule.
Yeah, a lot of talk about the 6 again. Ricky Stewart saying we're on the wrong side of the guessing game this week, which
which that's how it feels like. One week somehow your discipline can be perfect, and you'll barely get anything go against you, and then the next week you're the worst team in the comp, and you go, well, hang on, they would be doing the exact same as they were last week. What's different? The ref is the way they want to ref the game. Dare I say, the team they want to win. Yeah, it was good to see the coaches come out and say it, and because I've been thinking it, we've been saying it, and I was almost feeling crazy.
Yeah, we've been saying it almost every week.
Yeah.
And not because we love the ref bash, because we're big NRL fans and we want the sport to be its best.
We don't ref bash on this podcast.
No.
We all know the game is at its best when there's barely any penalties called. The game sorts itself out in mysterious ways. Last year's grand final was a great example of that. And
100%.
yeah.
Okay, well,
Who impressed you?
who impressed me? We don't ref bash here. Gerard Sutton's performance was great. No, fuck that guy. Who impressed me? I would have to say, I'm going to go with my brain. Cowboys. We're going Cowboys. Fuck it. We're going Cowboys. Lock that in. Beating Penrith isn't for everyone. My team can't do it. But
My team can.
Cowboys can. The Dragons can. Obviously, versing Penrith without all their Origin players is a lot different to versing them with their Origin players. But in saying that, Cowboys also had like 5 players out, so it was like even playing for like platform. And they just went out there, wanted it more. Penrith dropped the ball a lot, which is worrying for them. Means they probably won't win the comp, obviously.
No,
they
haven't been put 50 on yet.
It was sort of funny, like the Cowboys played the better wet weather football, but if you told someone that at the start of the week, nobody would have believed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Special shout out to what impressed me, the Warriors jersey.
The Wars. The Heritage.
Yeah, the Heritage jersey. It looked mint.
It does look mint.
And then they had that the inflatable
Any jersey with a collar
Yeah.
gets me
Gets you
rock.
Pilot.
Gets me Pilot. Not a ad for Pilot. Please sponsor us.
If not Nico, us. Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Okay. Who let you down, James? I'm highlighting Parramatta Eels.
Refs are look, try not to ref bash all the time.
yeah.
Um,
Try so hard.
Try, it's fucking hard. But I'll go. I just keep thinking about more ref stuff. I might go Penrith. No, that's harsh, really. I'll just go Para. The game was there to be won. Gave away 2 length of the field tries when we were in ball possession. There was a lot of things that were not going our way with the refs, but we still had every right to win it and didn't ice it.
Yeah, fair enough. Let down by your own team. Dan.
I'm going to say the Roosters.
The Roosters.
They may have won,
Mm.
but look at that score. What's
Yes.
wrong with it?
Could have been 50.
It was 70 last time this game
Exactly.
happened.
There's a 4 in front of that 0. And there's a 6 on that side. I wanted it to be 50-0. Fuck the Tigers.
You know what brings joy to my eyes? It's knowing that Matty C was at the game to see that.
With our mate, that's a Roosters.
Like, he's pretty much his brother-in-law
Yeah.
and brothers that all go for the Roosters. He drove them there as well, so it's great stuff. It's great stuff. Who let me down? I'm gonna go Dolphins.
Gerard Sutton.
Gerard Sutton, firstly.
Nico Hynes.
Hynes. No, he could never let me down. I go the Dolphins. They're flying high, and then out of nowhere, losing to the Dragons. You're top 14, mate. Top 14. Well, were now. But losing to the Dragons is rough. A lot of talk about, is Wayne Bennett thinking about his Rabbitohs team while he's coaching his Dolphins team? I don't know. I'm no expert, but I am a couch commentator.
He has been in contact with Latrell Mitchell.
That's it.
So,
is he caring more about them than the Dolphins? Who knows?
Honestly, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's the fucking Rabbitohs, mate.
True. But yeah, that's who let me down, and that's who let us all down. Now, I'm going to get James to read the next headline.
I wonder why. No pressure on me. I get this right about 9 times out of 10. So, Mark Nawanga Nitawase.
Yes! He's done it!
Whoa, and I've got the hard one. And Carter Gordon.
I think it's pronounced Jordan.
To join their clubs in 2024. Lads, what are you thinking about this, Brandon?
Okay. Oh, that was beautiful. I think we get James to host the podcast every time Mark comes up.
Yeah, I hope he's not top try scorer next year.
Yeah, so Mark obviously coming in after the Olympics, which is pretty cool. And then Carter Gordon straight into Titans now. There's actually pictures of him in the Titans gear today. So, look, Mark Nawanga Nitawase. He's from all accounts can be a gun. So I think big for Roosters. I don't know how he fits into their back line, to be fair. And if he's coming in...
They've got a few injuries in the centres, and he's meant to be a centre.
If he's coming in late, though, it's going to be tough to get used to the speed of the game and get used to the Roosters' style and everything like that. But who knows? He might play a game or two before the finals, so that'll be interesting. Carter Gordon, don't know where they fit into the team. And from accounts, I don't think Carter's played much rugby league. So
I wouldn't be surprised if Carter Gordon they more want him to play some reserve grade this year so he's ready for next year. Because if you're the Titans, are you going to win the comp this year? No, you're probably not making the 8. So,
Dan.
Yeah, like...
Also try and pronounce Mark's name.
Nawanga Nitawase.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
The thing, when you figure it out, it's not that
Yeah.
hard. It's saying it quick like Nawanga Nitawase. That's gets a bit trickier.
Yeah, look.
One of these times I'm going to screw it up and it's going to have to get cut.
Look, he's coming into the Roosters after the Olympics. The Olympics at the end of this month. They go for 2 weeks. You got 2 games, like 2-3 games after that to play. I wouldn't even play him.
Mm.
I'd be playing in New South Wales Cup. Like, yeah. But it could be a good bump for him if they need him. Like, if they have the injuries.
But like they played like Salit, I'm screwing up his name. Satili Tupanua. I more forgot his name than screwed it up. But yeah, they had to play him in the centres. So,
but I think they get Suoli back in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No, 1 week. I think I can't remember. Yeah, so that'll be.
But that just means that they're still one injury away.
Yeah, true. And then they have Joey Manu injured at the moment, but that's
like 3 to 4 weeks. So
yeah, that's 4 weeks or so. So
he might just come straight in.
He might come straight in. You never know.
Fuck the Olympics, mate. You're
Fuck the Olympics.
You're not going to win gold anyway. I mean, I don't know. Actually, I retract that statement.
And yeah, Kyle Gordon, as James said, play New South Wales, Queensland Cup, and then get some rugby league under your belt. Get some time into you. Work out the game. What's different between rugby union and rugby league? You know, you're not going to be throwing line outs.
Yeah, true. Next, Chaz Townsend signs with the Roosters for 2025. Announced today. Recording this on a Wednesday. James.
Good signing. Just 1 year, I'm imagining, or is it 2?
I believe so. Yeah, because Matty C has brought up the talks of Dylan Brown. Don't know if that's going to happen, but
yeah, I saw something about that, but
I think he said he was just pulling the pack.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I don't mind it. Obviously, Chad's towards the end of his time. I think they were probably hoping that Kiri could have played 1 more year because that Sandon Smith looks all right. They've probably got another junior coming through, that they'll give like 1 year and kick out.
Yeah.
But
the Super League.
Yeah. But yeah, he could do a job for him. Premiership winner. His form is really weird to read at the Cowboys because I would have said that he was not having a good year, but then he was probably best on field in the game against Penrith. So who knows? Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, actually, one odd part. It's always been Chad's team as far as he's the halfback, and we've seen the clashing when it's not Sam Walker's team. So I wonder how that will work.
Interesting, Dan.
I was about to say, will they play him 7 or because like Sam Walker's there? He's been playing great for him this year.
But Chatty's a 7.
Chatty
Daddy is a 7.
Yeah,
he's one of the greatest 7s for Cronulla. Other than Nico Hynes, obviously the future immortal.
Look, I think it's just a filler for like someone to come in the future. Obviously, they have someone in their juniors coming through, and they just want an old head there to try to steer him around. Maybe you never know. But yeah, I think it'll be nice for Chad. Come back down to New South Wales, get out of that stinky Queensland.
I think good signing for the 1 year. Probably as we said, he probably retires after this or goes Super League.
I'd love to see him carve up in the Super League.
Yeah, imagine his vlogs in the Super League. Big Super League guy, big Super League.
Could be a real full circle story for Jake Clifford. Once highly touted Cowboy, doesn't have the best time, goes to Newcastle, goes to England, comes back, and then it looks like next year he'll either be 6 or 7 for him.
You think Dearden gets the reins maybe, and then him?
Yeah, well, it just depends. Yeah, whether they see him as the 7 or not. But they already took the captaincy off Chad Townsend and gave it to Dearden, and
I think I like Dearden as
he's got a strong running game.
Yeah,
love a good running game.
Anyway, back to Chatty Daddy.
Back to Chatty. All I would have to say is where he goes, he brings like a little bit of success. He's kind of a wish version of James Maloney in a way. Went to the Cowboys, they got top 4, and they looked really good. So came from Sharks, won a comp.
Look, he plays with a calm head. Do the Roosters need that? Probably. So good help.
But then by the end of he's usually the club starts bashing him by the end of his time. So 1 year might be perfect because you look at the comments from Cowboys and it's all Cowboys fans glad to get rid of him, all this stuff. Yeah. And Sharks was the same. By the end of it, you're just like, getting a bit much. Kicking game, not the best sometimes, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Roosters obviously not able to bring a half through their juniors because they don't have any. They just buy seasoned professionals.
This time they couldn't buy a potential immortal that's won Origins on Origins and Grand Finals on Grand Finals, but they got a premiership winner.
That's what I mean. Like, who knows? Chad wins the next year's premiership, maybe becomes a future immortal.
couple of injuries in the halves. He plays for Origin. He was close to like 2 or 3 years ago when Cowboys were having a good year.
Yeah.
Chatty for Origin. Let's have it.
Oh, no.
Okay. Now the next point. Bulldogs room ED to buy.
I was wondering how you were going to read it.
Bulldogs rumored to buy Satili Tupanua. With the ED, man, this podcast is really going back to pilot again. Sponsored, not sponsored. please sponsor us.
Hashtag not nad.
Satili Tupanua, good player. Where he fits in the Bulldogs, I'm interested. Damn.
Yeah, it's a bit of a funny one. Like Roosters only re-signed him recently. They must have signed him on unders or something for him to be happy to leave. Look, it can't hurt them. Like although they've been doing a good job. Like Jamin Salmon's been starting in second row for him.
Yeah.
Satili can play lock as well. Front row because these days it's the same position.
That's why I think he's gonna have to be a middle forward for him because I don't
possibly get Curran out of the middle.
You have then Jacob Preston, who's really good. Kick out, obviously not losing his spot.
Yeah,
and then as you said, Salmon is getting the start at the moment, which is crazy to me. But I don't know where he fits in.
What happened to all these Bulldogs utilities they bought? Like, where are they? Where are they?
Satili's actually a bit of a utility himself. He played centre, as James mentioned earlier, this week. Then you can put front row, lock, second row.
Fuck it, chuck him in fullback.
Chuck him in the halves. Satili. No, I think good signing for the Bulldogs.
And they would have a plan.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the people currently in their team were signed on short-term deals, so that you're still going to see multiple rotations of players over the next few years.
Even if he's a solid benchy. And
that's
sometimes you need some impact from the bench.
Yeah.
How old would he be? Like...
He's the same age as me and Brandon.
Okay, so not...
I looked it up.
So old as fuck.
No, you just know this on the top of your head.
We talked about him the other week, and someone in the group chat looked it up. I said he was like 30, 31. No, he's 26, 27.
Oh, jeez.
Been around for a while.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can have a good run with injuries, because that's obviously plagued him throughout his early career.
Yeah.
And, if it wasn't to the Bulldogs, I'll be happy for him.
Yeah. Your mortal enemies.
Different team, the Doggies. Unfortunate for him, he's going to miss out on the premiership they win this year.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now the next one we have is Ponga, Turbo, Ryan Pappenhausen, and AJ Brimson all return this week. Lads, are we excited to see these players back? Big game players, James.
Look, some of these caught a lot of fans by surprise, especially the Ponga one. Hadn't really heard much news from Newcastle. Don't have many people inside the walls there. Like I've got anyone inside the walls anywhere, but Turbo centers.
Yeah, that's
huge.
Interesting.
Yep. Look, after all this time saying that the workload doesn't affect it, it maybe does. It could. Like, hopefully this goes all right for him. Obviously he had that was it shoulder or pec injury in Origin last year?
Yeah, in centers.
Yeah, in centers. But yeah, look, the hamstring, they've got to try to do something. If he can play centers and get him to finals, do you switch him back? Probably, because it's your best team. But at the same time, would you change a winning formula? But
I think like having him in the centers, obviously. The most pressure is probably his hamstring goes through at fullback is those kick returns where you're running.
And like 40-20, like covering, like...
Yeah. Just the coverage of fullback in general. Like,
a lot more meters.
Yeah.
And it's harder to sprint after you've ran 10Ks.
But now he's just sitting out in the centres. I'm sure he'll be running for bombs and stuff like that. Like, similar to a Lomax where turbo switches this side to fucking run up.
He'll
and-
still have plenty of hit ups. Like you try to stop the guy.
I reckon he'll be. I don't think they'll go for a kind of center that he was in New South Wales, like that he just like roams.
Yeah.
But like he'll probably like go looking for the. I reckon
Mm.
coming out of centers.
As for the old Ponga situation, how's Fletcher Sharp still on the bench?
Yeah,
Don't know what's going on
That's
there.
a bit-
What's the plan?
Look, I know you stopped your fantasy supercoach talk, but that's a nightmare for people that bought him recently, like me.
At least I think his break even's still low, so one more week and get him out.
And going with Pappy, fuck. I hope he gets on the field. Like,
Yeah.
I hope he stays on the field.
He was rumored to play last week and then pulled out.
Well, he
Yeah.
came back, pulled out, and then he's come back again.
Yeah,
He's back.
but like it's just like the amount of injuries that bloke has had to his legs
Yeah,
in the last 2 years. It breaks my heart.
it does break my heart.
Well, it breaks his legs, so
Yeah.
it just
Oh,
probably hurts
jeez.
more.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
on that news,
We talked about everyone else, but Bremo, hopefully he can have a good run.
yeah, that'll be good. That'll
Yeah.
be good. Maybe Carter Gordon takes his spot.
I
Yeah.
wonder what happens to Jaden Campbell.
We'll
Maybe
find
off,
out.
Maybe off the bench. Campbell?
Maybe.
He looked really good at 6.
Yeah.
Desi will definitely decide that, and hopefully for the better of the
I'm glad
Titans.
they got another 6 to make it more confusing for him.
Yeah. Why don't we just play for a full team with 6? Genius. Okay, that's all for NRL talk, gentlemen. Now we go to UFC 303. We're just going to go
Ooh.
through a couple of results. I didn't watch the whole card, I'm not going to lie.
Right.
Not much
I
of it
watched any of
interested
it.
me, but there was the welterweight bout of the main card.
The cock.
It was Ian the Cuck Gary versus MVP Michael Van Page. I'm assuming you lads didn't see this, but Ian the Cuck Gary won without a significant strike. It went 3 rounds, got the decision. He just fucking hugged the bloke. He just got some control time. It was very close though. Like it was 29-28, and MVP was lighting him up on the ground. Great
Yeah.
striker. He has a weird style where his hands are always down. He's just like he's kind of I think he does karate and that sort of stuff, similar to Wonder Boy.
Yeah, Wonder Boy, yeah.
But yeah, Ian Gary through all the press conferences said he's just a different level. He's going to beat him in the ground, that sort of stuff. And for him to win without getting one significant strike and just fucking holding his back, that is the ultimate cuck.
Yeah.
The ultimate cuck.
Surprised you didn't just sit in the corner and watch him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he talks about like wanting to fight Shavkat now. He will get fucking mauled.
Oh, yeah.
There won't even
No.
be any like.
Hope that fight gets made.
Yeah, look, I would love to see Shavkat versus Ian the Cuck Gary. Maybe after Shavkat wins a championship. So, but that's the other fights not too interest me. I don't know. There was a couple good fights, but the main fight, Alex Poatan Pereira versus Yuri Prohaska. I named that. Did that well. Did that
Yep.
well.
Hey, you didn't say Pereira like the Americans say it. Pereira.
Pereira.
I hate how they added things to it.
Their second bout. First, some people were saying the fight was called too early. The ref jumped in too early. This time, first round, Prohaska gets fucking sent with that left hook from Pereira.
Only the bell saving him.
Only the bell saved him, literally on the bell. Otherwise, he's out. That's it. Gets the second round. They're shaping up. First thing he throws is a fucking kick. Boom, out, lights out.
But then Herb Davis doesn't stop it after
Herb
that.
lets-
He makes sure he gets no fucking early
Yeah.
stoppage calls this time.
Yeah, he's like, look, the last one, we know what happened. I really want to see this man die. Yuri got fucking beat on the ground, several more concussions, and look, Pereira's so good. 11-2 record.
Who do you reckon will step up to take the champion?
Who steps up? I don't think anyone in that weight division.
Nah.
Maybe Jan Blachowicz, who he had a close split decision with.
Who's the
Dagestani.
He's saying, "I'll fight him for the first 15 minutes on the feet," like
Yeah.
he's not gonna just try to
Yeah.
wrestle him.
Yeah.
Ankalaev, I think it is. But yeah, look, anyone who wants to go toe to toe with him is just gonna get fucking lit up. Like,
Oh yeah.
his punches are that powerful, it's ridiculous. And this, like, after the fight, Joe asks him, "Oh, the fans want you to go to heavyweight. What do you think?" And then, like, the crowd goes wild. He's like, "Yeah." Well, he speaks in Brazilian, Spanish, Portuguese.
You got there eventually.
Third time's a charm, mate.
There's some charm. And he goes, "No hablo inglés." No. Oh god, that's not okay. That's
Okay.
race count. But yeah, he says he wants to go up to heavyweight, and if that's what the fans want, that's what Dana wants, he
That'd be
will.
interesting.
And look, I don't think John wants to fight him. John, the Twitter warrior at the moment, it seems like a Conor McGregor style. Says he'll beat him like within the first round and choke him out, that sort of stuff. Which I think he has the wrestling to do it, but there's always that chance that Pereira, like, people have tried to take him down, and he has got that strong takedown defense. So
He's also just bigger than most people he's ever fought.
yeah, that's the thing. Going up to heavyweight, there's a lot of people with knockout power in heavyweight because they're big boys. But fuck, imagine him at heavyweight. Like, I don't know.
Speaking of heavyweight,
Yeah.
are we done talking about?
Well, I was gonna say there's other talks Pereira could fight for the interim title.
Yeah, I think that's the most likely, and
Yeah.
then possibly you could get a Pereira versus Jones.
Yeah.
Because I know Jones has been ducking a bit, but he's a very egotistical man, and people saying that he's worse wouldn't sit better with him.
Yeah. Jones just wants to. He keeps going for that Stipe fight, and Stipe has held, like, it's similar to Conor versus Chandler. Like, you're waiting for that long, kind of got to give him the fight, I guess.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Conor versus Chandler fight, did you see the jacket the Buffer had on? It had Conor and Chandler inside, all ready for the fucking fight, and then But yeah, speaking of the big boy, some heavyweights, UFC 305.
Yes.
Bam Bam.
Bam Bam.
He's back.
A lot of Australians on the card.
Yeah.
Obviously the main fight being Adesanya, Aussie Kiwi, you know.
Same.
We're all the same.
Versus Dricus Duplessis.
There was the
Dave.
There
Seg is also fighting on the card. Aussie Steve.
there was the
Versus Kai Kara France. That'll be interesting.
there was the press conference today of like the tickets going on sale and all that shit, and there was Adesanya, and there was Steve Erceg sitting next to him. It was like it looked like just a media bloke sitting next to him. Like, who the fuck is this guy?
Steve.
But Adesanya also said that he doesn't give a fuck about the belts. He just wants to fight who's there in the ring.
Cap.
Yeah, he's saying that, but like he obviously cares about winning the belt.
Yeah.
I just want to say.
Okay. Good stuff. Looking forward to that fight. Now, Dan, what's getting you fired up?
Mate, what's getting me fired up? So, you know how when you go to Macca's and you order a burger and you open up the box or the wrapper and it's just all over the place. Like the meat's hanging out the burger, cheese is hanging out, the the sauce is everywhere. It's just like, how hard is it to make a burger?
Sloppy craftsmanship, eh?
Yeah, sloppy craftsmanship. It just gets me fired up.
Gets him fired up.
And of course, a Macca's thing would get a fat guy fired up.
Yeah.
This
Look,
is graceful.
they get paid like fucking peanuts.
Honestly.
So I don't endorse Dan.
I'm not here to punch down on the teenager working at Macca's.
Don't spit on my Macca's burger and McDonald's, please.
Don't have
I
sex
can
with
get-
buns, please.
Look, as long as there's some serviettes in my bag, so when I clean up my burger, I can clean my hands up.
Yeah.
Why are you using your hands to clean your burger? Why don't you just use your tongue? Or your
We're
mouth?
all
Yeah.
Dan. Maybe he likes it messy.
You just said you don't like it messy. I'm just talking about straightening it up. Gee.
Oh yeah, straighten it up. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Good stuff. Glad that segment's in
Maybe we'll go more in depth into some
depth,
stuff
okay.
more in future.
in future. Okay.
DM me of what gets you guys fired up.
Ooh. Look forward to that. James, any cricket chat?
Yeah, there's a bit. What was it? 9 days ago or something like that. We last recorded. Since then, we didn't make it out of the Super Eights. We
Yeah, that was rough.
had
Just to remind me, Jack.
we got upset by Afghanistan, in which was a historical moment for them. It was the first time they've ever beaten us in a possibly ever. We don't play them that often. We don't play them really at all, other than World Cups now. So that happened. Who else missed out? I think that was really all that mattered. Then, so top four, it was India, Afghanistan in their semi-final. It was South Africa versus England in their semi-final.
Yeah.
India and South Africa go through. Both games were pretty dominant, to be fair.
As you'd expect.
Yeah, England have a really good team, and it was actually going to be quite funny if they did make the final after, like, Australia could have lost their game on purpose and kept them out. But guys, I sort of have to retract a statement from about a year ago or so, or less than a year ago, from the last World Cup, where I said that India just don't get cricket.
Mm-hmm.
They've done it. They've got the monkey off the back.
Yeah.
It was the battle of the titans, the chokers versus the pressure cookers. But yeah, South Africa really fucked it up. Needed like 28 of 29. But so they were in the hot seat.
Then they had like 5 out.
Yeah, then there was a catch on the boundary that was a screamer. I want to get that out of the way first. But then there was a fair bit of talk online, because he's only, if he, like, it almost looks like he touches it, but fair enough with the ruling that he doesn't touch the boundary with his foot, which would have been a 6 and not out.
Yeah.
But you can also see an indentation on the grass where the rope was and should be, which was about a meter inside. So at some stage in the game, it got pushed out and was never pushed back in.
Yeah.
Dodgy.
Yeah, no, see, it was South Africa that pulled it out in the first innings by accident,
Ooh.
because like you just sort of slide into it and just sort of fix it up however you can. But it never got put back, and then you see that and you go, ooh. But at the end of the day, it was the Indian bowlers. Their last 5 overs were, yeah, that's what did it.
Up.
Yeah, they clutched up. Look, they had to get rid of a lot of the teams that probably, the only teams that could have won in that position weren't there, because South Africa, they continue their run of never winning an ICC trophy.
That's off to South Africa.
Yeah. There was a couple of retirements that came from this. Like, so we obviously already knew Warner for Australia had retired, but India, only in the T20 format, because now people get like free send-offs.
Yeah.
So they've, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, and I want to say Jadeja.
That's 3 huge names as well.
Yep. They all announced their retirement from the T20 internationals, so they'll still play the
1 days and tests.
Yep, 1 days tests, and they'll play the Indian IPL. There was a really interesting stat that came up. Jasprit Bumrah, man of the tournament. I talked about his bowling last time. He'd been cleaning up teams, especially some of the lesser teams. He won man of the tournament. The guy did not score a run. So it was purely on his bowling.
Yeah.
He obviously didn't get in a lot of times. Beat it T20 and the dominance of India through the tournament. But this is where I say, as an Australian, we didn't actually care about this. This one actually didn't matter.
Yeah.
There's a World Cup for this every 2 years. I'll go to sleep and there'll be a new one.
There'll probably be a 1 day World Cup next year.
Nah, I think that's still 4 years. So that at least you get.
That means a bit more.
Yeah, that means more.
Means a bit more.
The test tournament. Yeah, so that's more important because we care about Test cricket more. So what I really want to say is, don't get too big for your boots, India. You got to come here for the Border Gavaskar series. We're going to take revenge, and
And
yeah,
it's
look
gonna
forward.
be sweet revenge.
That's all. That's all for cricket.
Oh, that's
Wait.
all.
I've got. I don't know whether it was in the semi-final or the final. Quentin de Kock. See that huge 60 hit over the roof?
Nah, there was a few throughout the tournament that did, because some of the grounds are smaller and there's these
Yeah.
big winds, so if they got it really high, it could just sail.
I seen it and I was like, "Fucking, like what the?" Like, you don't really see it over here because most of our stadiums don't have roofs that like that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just wanted to bring that up.
The shot that you would have played back in the day,
Oh, yeah.
surely, Dan.
Yeah, with my
Oh,
double dark. Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. All right. That's all the cricket chat. That's all the sports talk, guys. Beautiful. Good stuff. Another great week. Hope you guys enjoyed at home. And look, follow our social medias and like, comment, subscribe. Obviously, if you want us to do more food reviews in the future, hit us up. Also, Pilot, please sponsor us after this episode. Nico Hynes is not a choker. And
with the food reviews, preferably chicken nuggies.
chicken nugget review.
A bit of a
soon.
KFC versus Macca's.
Maybe a
versus
Dino
Hungry
Nuggies.
Jack's.
Yeah. And just want to put that out there that the day that this is uploaded, it's my birthday, so happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Dan. Make sure to DM him.
DM
Happy
Yeah,
him.
birthday.
man, happy birthday.
Okay.
Every time you get a DM for happy birthday, it's actually because of this, not.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Okay, good stuff, gentlemen. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.